I saved for 2 years to legally change my name because my mother gave me the most ridiculous name any human being has ever had to carry. My legal name was Giggles, not a nickname, not short for anything. Just Giggles, printed right there on my birth certificate like it was a perfectly normal thing to name a human child. And I wasn't even the worst off. My older brother's legal name is Snuggles. My sister is Twinkle. My half-sister from mom's second marriage is Sprinkle. And my little half-brother is legally officially on government paper named Pudding. Mom's defense, which she has repeated to us roughly 10,000 times, is that she wanted her children's names to make people smile. She said ordinary names are forgettable, and our names would give us personality before we even walked into a room. She was right about that last part, just not in the way she imagined. Every single school year started the same way. Teacher reads the roll call, gets to my name, pauses, looks up from the sheet like she's checking if it's a prank, and then says, Giggles, while 30 kids explode laughing. By 4th grade, I stopped raising my hand and just stared at my desk until it was over. My brother Snuggles had it worse. He's 6'2" now, plays rugby, works construction. Imagine a foreman yelling Snuggles, grab the lumber in front of an entire crew. He told me that in middle school, a group of boys pinned him against a locker and kept calling him Snuggly Bear until he cried. He was 12. He went to court the week he turned 18 and legally became Vincent. Mom didn't speak to him for 3 months. She told everyone in our family that he'd rejected her love and that she didn't recognize the stranger living in her house. Over a name. She grieved it like an actual death. My sister Twinkle went through absolute hell. Boys in her grade created a fake Instagram account called Twinkle Twinkle Little Star and posted edited photos of her face on baby nightlight products. She came home sobbing every day for weeks. When she begged Mom to let her go by her middle name Claire, Mom said she was letting bullies win and that if she embraced her name with confidence, people would eventually respect it. She never embraced it. She just went quiet. The moment that broke me was a job interview last spring. I'd applied for an entry-level position at a marketing firm. Walked in wearing my best outfit, resume printed clean, fully prepared. The interviewer looked at my application, paused, and said, "Your name is Giggles?" I said yes. He pressed his lips together trying not to laugh and asked if it was a stage name. I told him it was my legal name. The energy in the room completely shifted. He couldn't take me seriously after that. I watched it happen on his face in real time. I never got a call back. A few weeks later, I went on a first date, and when I introduced myself, the guy laughed and said, "No, seriously, what's your real name?" When I told him that was my real name, he spent the rest of dinner making jokes about it like he was doing stand-up comedy. I excused myself before dessert and cried in my car. That night, I called my brother Vincent and told him I was done. He walked me through the entire process. Every form, every filing fee, every court date. The total came to almost $500 in my state. I was a part-time barista making barely above minimum wage. $500 felt like $5,000, but I started putting aside every single tip, every leftover dollar from each paycheck. I stopped eating out completely. I wore the same 3 outfits to work for months. I picked up every closing shift nobody else wanted. My half-sister Sprinkle is 9 and already begging Mom to let her go by her middle name, June. Mom gave her the same speech she gave Twinkle. Embrace it. Be proud. Stand out. Sprinkle told me last month that she hates going to school. My half-brother Pudding is only 4. He doesn't understand yet why kids at daycare laugh when the teacher says his name during circle time, but I know exactly what's coming for him because I lived every single year of it. Last month, I stood in front of a judge who asked me to confirm I wanted to legally change my name from Giggles to Nora. I said yes before he finished the sentence. Nora was my grandmother's name. Mom had stuck it in my middle name like an afterthought, probably because it was too ordinary for her taste. When my new license came in the mail last week with Nora printed where Giggles used to be, I held it in both hands and just stood there in my kitchen staring at it. For the first time in 20 years, my own name didn't make me flinch.